What's up, guys? Welcome. I'm back with another video, and I'm going to be working on my to-do list a little bit more because I kind of forgot about this, but I switched computers in the middle of it, and I lost a video in that process. In that video, I actually got the database set up for uh, for holding all the data in the database. So I'm coming back and showing you guys how I did that. So I actually still have the code on my old computer, so I just upload that here, and I'm going to be working on it right now and showing you how I added the database to this uh, app. And I totally forgot about this. I should have made this video earlier, but thank you to the user K Toady. He reminded me about it, so that's why I'm making this video today. So thank you guys for reminding me, and let's get right into it. So to set up the database, I'm literally going to be using this Vogela tutorial, and I'll leave a link in the description below, but it's this to-do list, very similar to the one I'm doing, and what I first start off doing is just copying the whole thing, and then I edit it to fit what I want, the specific customizations that I want for my app. So I'm just going to copy literally exactly what it has in here and then make changes to it later in the video. Okay, so let's jump right in, and that's what the app looks like that we're sort of going to be making. It's going to look a little different, but that's the idea. So it says the first thing we want to do is create a table. So let's go into our app, and we'll just go into databases, and we just want to make a file name to do table. And we're going to call ours note table because that's what it's holding. So we're just going to create a new Java class, call it note table. And we're just going to copy this stuff and paste it in here. Now for our particular app right now, all we have to save is a description. So ours isn't called description, it's called, you can get rid of column and get rid of this category. All we have is just a list of items. We're just holding items right now, so we only need one data table, and so we can get rid of these three and just keep one of them. Just get rid of these two, and then change this to column items. And the reason why I'm just saying that this is like a general syntax, or not syntax, naming conventions for databases. You put column in front of a column variable, and so this is a column, so we're putting that there. Okay, so our table, we're fine calling it a to-do table, that's fine. So this is creating the table, and right here this is just a print statement, but that's fine. We just need to put in the name of our class. He called his to-do table, so we just need to change ours to note table because that's what we call ours. Okay, so now our note table is looking pretty good, and we can just come down here to this. Now we're creating a to-do helper. This basically helps I believe it makes the database itself. So we're just going to copy this. We can actually just copy in here. And note, we're just going to call ours note database helper. So, note database helper. We're just going to paste this in here. And then we're just going to extend database helper. or no, sorry, it's SQLite Open Helper. That's what we're extending. And it looks like, is there two? Okay, it just needed to import, and now it's good. So our database name, we call it to do table, right? Yep, this is to do table. Good. Invalid method declared, return type required. Let's see. Oh, right. So this is the constructor, so we just need to change it to this. And then we just need to change this to note table, because that's how we named our class. Okay. So now we have all the database stuff set up. We need to make a content provider now. This is basically where all the magic happens. Copy this. And we can get rid of data source and note database helper. We can just delete those. Wait, no, we don't want it. Did he call his SQLite helper? I just want to check. What did he call his class? To do database helper. So it's the SQLite helper I can get rid of. Okay, these two we can get rid of. Following problems. Okay, that's fine. Delete anyway, please. Okay. So our database is good. Now we're going to create a provider. So it's just making our package providers. And we're just going to put it right in here. So let's see. He calls his my to-do content provider. We'll just call ours note content provider. And then right in here, we're just going to paste our information. And then we need to extend content provider again. And this is all red right now because it needs to auto import. And then we also need to change a couple things in here. So this just needs to take a second to import. So we call ours note database helper, so we need to change that. And then the authority, we need to change this just to my package name, which is com.example.binawad. What's that called? Yeah. Dot to do list old maybe. Let's see. Should say what my package is right here. So binawad.com.to-do list. All right. Pass base path to do's. That's fine. That's fine. The rest of this right here is okay. We can change this to notes. We could, but I think to do is actually fine. We can leave it like that. And then we need to just change this to note database helper. Right here, we just need to change this to note table. And if you wanted to, you could just keep everything the same and copy his whole example if you don't want to add the stuff that I'm adding. Okay, so we're just going in and changing the names of our tables. Just copy this. And then right here, we can get rid of these two, or all these three. We don't have any of these. All we have is a note table dot column dot items, and right here this available, this is saying what columns that you want to grab from the database. So we're grabbing the items column and the note table column. And alright, we're all set for our content provider. That one's looking good. Okay, and then we need to update our manifest file. Does he put his? He might put his. I just need to check. He may be putting this in a content provider folder. Okay, yeah, he does create a package content provider. Let me just rename mine content provider. Content provider, yes. And then we also want to change it up here. We just want to put to-do list dot content provider. Alrighty. So we made that. That's looking good. Okay. Now we need to update our manifest file. So our application requires several resources. Oh, we're gonna make that resource in a second. So we will just copy this. And he mentions placing it after the activity. So we have two activities here, placing it all the way down here. And again, we just want to change the names to ours. So right here, we have a .content provider, and then the name of ours is note content provider, and then right here, this changes to com.example. Actually, is example not? Let me see, com. Dot example dot binawad dot what did I? Let me see what I called it in my provider. We just want to copy this. Alrighty. Now we need to add some layout resources because he uses a list view, which for now we will add that as well. But later on we will change it to card views. So our application requires several resources. So let's make this menu. Actually, we don't need to worry about a menu. Views. Okay, we can skip that part. The user will select the priority of the to-do list for priorities, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about that part. We don't need to add that in ours. He has items in the action bar, and we don't need those. Alright, so this is his, he's defining 3 layouts. One will be a display row. Okay, so this is just a row in the to-do list. So let's go into our layout. We'll just call this new note row. And then for this one, we're just going to have a text view. We don't even have to worry about copying his stuff. we're just going to, come on, get text view, wrap. For now, we'll just call the ID item text row, TV row. Well, just call item text. That's fine. It's kind of a bad name, but I can't think of anything better right now. Alright, then we need a list view. So if we go into our main activity, or not our main activity, our main layout for our main activity, we're just going to get rid of this card view. And we are going to get a list view. Wrap. And actually, I want this to match parent, because we want this to just fill the whole screen. But right now we're going to have it below this button right here. So we're going to add it below the add new note. And we can just do it like that. And the ID, we will give it note list. Okay, that should be good for now. Alright, create a to-do edit. This layout display. We don't need this. We should have this set up. Let me check what our activity looks like right now. So we have a list view here. Alright, this one looks fine too. Alright, activities. Change the coding of your activity. Alright, so this is the to-do overview. So we're going to be changing, we can close these down for now. We are done looking at the XML. We're done at the table. We're done with the database stuff. Now we're just messing with the activities. Okay. So we want to focus on the main activity right now. And we're just going to be adding all this stuff right here. So let's see if there's anything that I actually need to save in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we can just get rid of all of this. And paste in this. And we need to grab these extensions. And we don't have to worry about extending the list activity, because we're just going to have a list view. And we're going to copy this and implement that. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Well, do we need to? It's not giving me an error anymore. We don't. So simple cursor adapter. This should come in a second. Set the content view. This is going to be layout main. It's just our main layout. Let me see what I called it. Activity main. Don't worry about this for now. Register for context menu. Don't worry about that. We just need to import class. And let's just do this one. If we get an error, we can import the other one. I can't remember which one it is. Again, let's import that one. Okay. We can get rid of this on create options menu. we don't really want any items in our menu right now. Alright, so this is the going to the other activity. Ours is called node activity. On item, click listener. We will again just changing it to our stuff. So right now he has a list view activity, so we need to just modify this. We can get rid of this create to do, by the way. Modify this to working for just a list view. So right here he's just getting the summary. We want to grab a note table. We want to grab the items. Okay. And r.label, we just come into row item. We can see we call this item text. And then for the layout, I called it note row. Set list adapter. Comment this out because we need to do this, but we're going to do this for our list view. Again, we don't want a menu. Get rid of that. And create loader. We don't want to load. Actually, this is fine. We do want to load these, but we're just again changing to our stuff. The name of our table. Import this, and then changing it to note provider. Alright, and we should be good here. Alright, so now we need to fill the list view that we have. So we're just going to make a list view object. We'll call it mNotes. No, I think mNote list view. Why isn't it like it? Oh, it's a capital V, I think. There we go. And then we're just going to instantiate it right here. And I called it item. Did I call it items list view? Let's make sure I'm calling the right thing. Call it note list. Alrighty. And then we're going to call fill data, which is right here. And we're going to create this adapter, and we just want to add set the adapter for our list view right here. So mNote list view dot set adapter. And we're setting this adapter right here. Then on the load, good. The only other thing is we need to set a on-click listener for this, so we're just going to do it right here. mNotes list view dot set on-click listener. And we're just going to copy this. Sorry, we need to actually call this. This is something different. We want to set on item click listener, because we need to get the position, which is right here. And we're going to copy this, paste it in here. So the intent cannot. Okay, so right now we're inside a class, a inner class. So we need to put main activity in front of this. And there we go. Okay, and we're done with this class, or method, I mean. And let's just make sure this looks good. Yeah, okay. Alright, so this is looking pretty nice. Now we just need to fix our node activity. So we're getting some red stuff, and we will work on that right now. So this is what he has for his. And looks like, does he change his manifest file at the end? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so this is our last step. And hopefully it should be working. So how do I want to go about doing this? I think it's fine just to start copying stuff maybe. Okay, so we have a list view and edit text. Let's get rid of this red stuff right now. Start cutting some stuff out of here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. It's fine keeping that for now. Alright. Go ahead and copy this part. This is the confirm button. Okay, this is how he's saving the data. He has a confirm button. We don't have to worry about adding that right now. I end up never adding the confirm button. I just have it automatically save it. Okay. We need to grab this variable up here and get rid of this note thing. We do not need to do a note. And right now I think we're just going to use a simple array adapter to make this work. Alright, bundle is this saved instance state. We need to add this method, and then we just need to change this to note content provider. Alrighty. And all the errors went away. Then we're going to grab this full data. Alright, so again, see this projection thing? It's going to grab the tables that we want. And for ours, we just want to grab, we don't want to grab any of these. We just want to get the items. So note table dot column items. Oops. Alright, so we can get rid of these. And I'm just going to make a string and we're going to call this items. And what this is this is grabbing the string that we're storing in the database. So we're just going to say no table, and then we want to grab this column items. Now, in our app, we're doing a list of items, but we're going to store it in the database as a string. I'm not sure if I covered this or not, but we're storing it as a JSON array, and then turning that into a string, and then storing that in the database, and then we have to unpack that. And so it's going to be a string, but it's a string representation of an array. Okay, looks like there's an error up here. Yeah, okay, we can get rid of this adapter thing because we don't need this anymore. Okay, so this right here, we need to set up a array adapter before we can fix those things. Let's keep adding a few more classes though. Alright, so we're just going to put this on save instance state. What this is doing is, or this method, what this method is doing, let me just add these. This is a method we're going to call add. Let's just put to do, not to do, note, content provider. Oh, what this onSafe instance state is doing is when someone flips the phone sideways or gets out of the app, it saves the data in the database. That way when someone comes back, we can load it from that. And give me 1 second. On pause happens. This method is called when the phone is like if you push the home button, or let me show you. So let's say we have an app up like this, and we push the back button. Let's see. The onPause method would be called, and there we're calling the save state, which saves our information to the database so we don't lose it. So we're just going to grab the save state, and then we're good. So again, we only have one. We're only going to have one thing. We're just going to save the items. So before I change all this stuff in the save state, I need to set up the list view to work. And what I mean by that is I need to make an adapter in an array list. So we actually want to call it a list. It's going to be a list of strings, and this is just going to be our items list. And then we also need an adapter. So array adapter, call it array adapter. And then right here we're just gonna initialize it. So items list is equal to a new array list. And then array adapter is equal to a new array adapter. And then, so it needs the context, and then it needs, what does it need next? Just context. Then it needs a layout resource, um, passing in, let me check what this guy does. Oh, he doesn't have a thing for here. I think what I want to do is do r dot layout dot. We're gonna do like a simple. I forget what it's called. It's simple something for the layout. Let me see. Simple array list, array adapter, simple list item. There we go. That's what it is. I just forget how you do it. Okay, there it is. So this is just a pre-made layout that they've made for you, and then we're just gonna pass in this list. This is a pre-made list item that Android makes for you, and it just is just an XML layout of how the list view should work and look. Okay, now that we have our adapter, we need to actually set it. So we're going to get our list view, and we're just going to set the adapter. And passing in the array adapter. Now if we come down here, we can now fix this. So for the size, we're going to use m items list, and we're going to m items dot add, and then the adapter is m array adapter. Alright, cool. And then right here, we're just going to create a string. This is going to be S items, which stands for a string representation of the items. And we're just going to create a new JSON array, and we're just going to pass in a array, which is our m items list. And then we're just going to say call to string. So what this is doing is we're passing in the returning the array list into a JSON array, and then we're turning this JSON array into a string. And now we want to save this string into the database. And right here, we can check if m items list dot is empty. If that's true, we don't have to save anything to the database. Again, we only need to put one value, and that value, this is the column that we're saving, so this is going to be our item column. We're just going to say no table dot column items. And right here, we're just going to put the items, the string, and this puts into the database. Then right here, I'm just going to change to note content provider, and that's looking quite good. Okay. Now what we need to do is change the fill data. So right now we just have fill data. We're getting the items. We then need to actually add these items to the array list, and then notify that the array adapter has changed, so it'll show up in our list. So right now this is a string. We need to turn this to a JSON array object. JSON array. Just call this JSON array, and it's equal to new JSON array. And then we can pass in items. And we just need to wrap this in a try-catch statement. And passing this in as a constructor or a parameter, what this does is it automatically turns this string into a JSON array. Now we're just going to for int I is equal to 0, I is less than JSON array dot, sorry, we actually don't want to do this here. Oh, we got that. We want to leave that. We want to put it right here. And we're just going to get the length, I think. Yes, length. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add each item in this JSON array to our array list. So we're just going to say items list dot add. And we're just going to call it JSON array dot get. And we're just going to get the I. And this is giving us an error right now because it returns an object, and we can just cast it into a string. Then after we add all these items to the array list, we need to notify the adapter that stuff has changed. We're just going to say array adapter dot notify dataset changed. Alright. Now I think this should be pretty good, and I want to test it out because I think it should be working. But before we test this out, we have to actually uninstall this to-do list app, because whenever you make a change to a database in Android, if you change the tables or anything like that, you have to actually uninstall it and reinstall it, because databases are funny like that. And I don't know exactly why you have to do it, but every time you change a database, you need to uninstall, reinstall the app, because otherwise it will not work, because it does not update the tables once they're built, I believe. The only other thing I need to do, so I was gonna say, no, I think it's okay to run. Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. So I thought of something I needed to change, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But I just remembered. So this button, I'm not sure if it has a on-click to node activity, and I think I got rid of to node activity. Yeah, I got rid of to node activity, so we need to add that back. So it's going to be a public void to node activity, and because it's an on-click listener for a button, we have to pass in a view, and all we're going to do is this intent. We're just going to do this. And you need to come over here. There's a special thing that we're doing to tell the activity that it's a new, it's not here, it's down here, that it's a new item. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I thought I had to put an extra or something, but it looks like I don't have to. Alrighty, so we're just going to change this to our activity. Alright, let's give this a run and see what happens. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I hope it does, but it's been so long that I can't remember exactly what I did to fix it, but I'm pretty sure this is really close. Just want to make sure it works with all the other code. I have to fix a couple small things, but it could also just work. We'll see. Let Gradle finish building first, and okay, check this out. Yep, use the same device, and we'll just push OK. Okay, we'll make a new note. Okay, let's add an item. Item 1. Oh, you know what? We need to fix something on the home page. I just remembered something. Item 2. And we'll see that in a minute. So if we push back, well, I mean, that looks pretty good. But let's get out of it. So we're seeing it here, clicking, it's bringing us back in. Now let's close this down or let's get out of here. Let's go to the recent things. Let's get rid of these. This is closing down the recent apps. So now we're gonna relaunch the app and see if it saves it. Alright, really cool, guys. So as you can see right here, it has our item 1, item 2, and it's saved in the database. And if we click on the items, they pop back up here, and we can add some more items. And yeah, it's going pretty nice. And that's what our database, that's how you set up the database. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I hope this is helpful. If you have any more questions about setting up a database for this, let me know. I can try to help you guys out. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.